The other thing is, I'd like to say tomorrow, the talk on the 8 worldly conditions, I won't talk so much because there's not very much to talk about. So I would prefer that you ask questions, either verbally or put it down in writing. You can write, if you want tonight, you can think of all the questions, or tomorrow morning. You can think about the questions, write them on pieces of paper and give it to me, and tomorrow afternoon I'll try to answer them. How do we judge whether what we read or study is correct? Different people will come to different conclusions. The conclusion that a wise man comes to is likely to be different from what a foolish person will conclude. So in the suttas, the Buddha said, there are 5 things that block us from seeing things clearly, and these are called Pancha Nivarana. Pancha means 5. Nivarana means hindrances. 5 hindrances. The first one is sensual desire. Sensual desire. Or lust. The second one is ill will or anger. The third one is sloth and torpor. Sloth and torpor. Sleepy. Fourth one is restlessness. Restlessness and remorse. When you are remorseful, you are restless inside. The fifth one is doubt. Doubt. And these 5 hindrances envelop all of us. But the degree of these 5 hindrances is different for different people. That's why you see some people, their IQ is very high. Some people, IQ is very low. Now when we meditate, we reduce these 5 hindrances, provided you practice tranquility meditation. When we practice samatha or tranquility meditation, we try to get a hold of our mind. It's not easy to get a hold of our mind. An uncontrolled mind is a source of great suffering, a source of great misery. A controlled mind is a source of great happiness. So, you see, all of us, the mind is always flowing, This flowing of the mind is called asava, uncontrolled mental outflows. The mind is the nature of the mind to flow. This tendency of the mind to flow is so fierce that normally we are always thinking of something, right? Either we have stray thoughts, or we daydream, or we fantasize. And when we go to sleep, this circuit inside won't turn off. It will make you dream. And what you dream depends on yourself. If that person is very sensual, he'll dream of sensual thoughts. If that person is violent, that person will dream of violent thoughts. So, it is because of this that people like a story. People like to watch TV, watch videotapes, because they like a story. Because you like to imagine, you like these stories. So it's basically because of this that life goes on. You want to be somebody, you want to do something, so you come back again and again to achieve something. Some people come back to be a rich man. Some people come back because they're still in love with a certain person, so we want to come back and marry that person. So we come back again and again for various reasons. So when we meditate and we practice tranquility meditation, we try to get a hold of our mind, try to control our mind, stop it from flowing. And this is not easy to do. So the Buddha said, one meditation object is to watch the breath. Watch the breath. So when the breath goes in and then goes out, you know that it goes in, goes out. Just don't do anything except sit straight and watch the breath go in and go out. But as you watch the breath, after a while, you start thinking again. Then you remember, you pull it back to the breath again. You watch the breath. But in order to make it easier for you to watch the breath consistently, normally we do counting. We do two things. Say for example, when the breath goes out, you count 1. When it goes in, you don't count. When it goes out again, you count 2. Mentally, inside. When it goes in, goes out, then 3. Goes in, goes out 4. Goes in, goes out 5. Up to 10. Then after that, back to 1. And then 2, and 3, 4, up to 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you start thinking, start daydreaming, then when you come to 10, you forget, then you go 11, and 12, 13, 14, then suddenly you notice, you go back to 1 again. So in this way, you keep on doing this. Initially, you find 2 of the hindrances very strong. One is the restlessness. The restlessness will make it very difficult for you to stay with your object of meditation, just watching the breath. You find it difficult because the mind is restless. It will pull you think about your studies, or for a person working, you'll think about office problems. For a person with a family, you'll think of family problems. So the first obstacle in meditation is restlessness. The second one is sloth and torpor. Either you're sleepy or you cannot see your breath clearly. So you keep on practicing, and if you want to, actually in meditation, if you want to progress, you have to let go of your attachments, let go of many worldly things. That is why people wear the robe and become a monk, so that they can practice meditation full time. So as you keep on practicing, meditation is something that you cannot see the progress in a short while. It's just like a child growing. If you see the child every day, you don't see the growth. But after 1-2 years, then you see. So in the same way, meditation, after 1-2 years, then probably you might see some progress. So you keep on practicing until you're able to follow your breath without thinking stray thoughts. And then if you're able to do that, then because the mind is not scattered. Normally the mind is scattered because your energy goes out through your eyes, goes out through your ears, through your nose, your tongue, your body, and your thinking mind. So because our energy, the mental energy is scattered, when you close your eyes, everything is dark, right? But if you are able to focus on this meditation, so that all your energy, all your attention is only on your breathing, nothing else. As you are able to do this, slowly, the world recedes from you. The world you will find, slowly you will realize, is so real because your eyes are open, your ears are open, etc. It's so real. But when you go into your mind, slowly it recedes away from you, this world. And then, if you're able to focus only on your breathing, slowly the mind will light up. The mind will become bright. Why? Because originally the mind was bright. But it's only because the mind is scattered that it's become dark. So when the When the mind becomes bright, then the bliss arises. A bliss which is not like ordinary worldly happiness. So if you are able to practice in that way consistently, then the mind becomes charged with energy, and then your hindrances reduce. When your hindrances reduce, and because you are able to bring your mind to a focus, so next time when you study anything or you consider any problem, you are able to focus your mind very sharp, and then you can see things very clearly. If you have a very wishy-washy, scattered mind, it's not much use to you. Okay? So meditation is the way.